Yo, what's good, my wolf pack? F for the pack right here. And today in this video, man, I have a interesting story. Well, I can't really say it's an interesting story. It's more so of an awkward event in which took place in my life back when I first started going to college. I want to say it was either my first or my second year of college, right? So I think it was the year 2015. You know, so it was this really awkward situation that I put myself in, right? So I had recently signed up for math classes, and I'm pretty sure this class in particular was algebra, right? So I go to school, I'm running a bit late, I can't find my class. I go to the area in which the building in which my class is in. I go to the location of the building in which my class is located in, right? I head over there. I headed over there, go into the building, make a completely wrong turn into the complete opposite class of which I was supposed to go to, right? I go into the wrong classroom, straight up, right? So I head into this class, open the door. I don't know why I didn't bother to read the room number or look at the name of the teacher on the sign. I didn't bother to look at the sign. I didn't bother to read the number. I don't know why. I didn't bother to look at any of that. I just went straight into the class. I just assumed I was where I was supposed to be. I was even in the wrong section. I was in the correct building, but I was on the wrong side of the building, right? I guess I really wasn't paying attention to where I was going. I was just in a rush to get to class. So anyway, go into the classroom, didn't read the room number, didn't read the teacher's name on the sign. Walked in the class. Bruh, I go in, this room, it's filled with Asian people. And the teacher is this young white leader, right? I go in the room, class is filled with Asian people. Asian dudes, Asian girls, right? And when I walked through the door, they all stopped what they were doing and they just stared at me straight up. They were talking to each other, writing on their papers. They immediately stopped what they were doing and to just stare at me. Like, okay, so you know when you're like the new kid in class, or it's like you like when when you're like the new kid in class, or when you're like late to class or whatever, and you walk in and everybody just stops what they're doing just to stare at you. That's what these people did. Legitimately stop what they're doing just to stare at me. Stop talking to their friends, stop writing, stop doing whatever it was they was doing, just stare at me. I hate when people do that, bruh. Now, when they did this to me, I immediately I felt so uncomfortable. I don't know why, but them staring at me freaked me out, bruh. I don't know why it freaked me out so much, but it did. Because they were staring at me like I didn't belong, like I was an alien or something, bruh. They were staring at me like I was a deer and they was a wolf. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when I say that there was legitimately only Asian kids in that class, I'm not exaggerating, bro. There wasn't a single black or white person or anybody else in that classroom that wasn't of Asian descent besides the teacher. And they all just stared at me, bro. Like I was like I was about to shoot up the place or something, bro. They just all stopped and stared at me, right? So I looked all at them for a second. I looked at the teacher. She was just staring at me too. So I was all like, hey. And I went to the back, went to the only empty table, and I sat there, right? So 5-10 minutes go by, right? The teacher comes up to me, just says, hi, how are you doing? I say, I'm doing good. How are you? She says, good. Is English your first language? I say, what? I say, I'm like, what? She said, is English your first language? I'm like, yeah, English is my first language. She says, yeah, this class, it's a class for students who are having trouble learning English. Just classes for students whose English is their first language, whose English isn't their first language. So I was like, oh, no wonder this class is only filled with Asian people. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, so that's why there's only Asian people in here. I'm not racist. I love Asian people. So I'm like, oh, that's why I'm like the only other non-Asian person in here, right? Besides the teacher. And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm looking for my algebra class. And she's all like, what's your teacher's name? And I give her my schedule. I assure her my teacher's name. And she says, oh, you belong on the other side of the building. You're like in room 106 or something. This is like room 103. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Bruh, after that, I just grabbed my stuff and I dipped. I practically ran out the classroom. I didn't look back or nothing. Because I'm pretty sure when she said that, all of them, when the teacher came up to talk to me, all of them was staring at me again, right? So when she told me I was in the wrong class, I hurry up, got my stuff and left. I ain't look back or nothing because, bruh, I don't know why. Look, I don't like being the center of attention, all right? It's unnerving to me when people stare at me. I don't like being stared at, right? But I don't know. It's just stuff. The way they were staring at me just made me feel uncomfortable, bro. I felt like I was about to get jumped. You know how when Jaden Smith in the Karate Kid, when he went to like China or whatever and started going to that weird school, how all the Asian kids started picking on him and stuff, and how there was this one Asian chick that liked him, but everybody else is picking on him and stuff. I felt like those niggas was gonna start beating up on me, like how those Asian kids started beating up on Jaden Smith in that movie. So, needless to say, I hurried up and dipped up out of there, man. Found my class. And yeah, man, proceeded with the rest of the day like normal. But yeah, man, that's the end of the story. I just wanted to share that little awkward experience I had with y'all because I'm not gonna hold you, but I kind of felt like I was gonna get jumped. Because for real, man, I felt so uncomfortable being in that class. I felt so uncomfortable being the only non-Asian person in that classroom, bro. I felt so uncomfortable. I don't know why, but they were just staring at me like they didn't like me, bro. And I didn't even do nothing. But yeah, man, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.